Call reached an average heart rate of a resting heart rate of 74. There's nothing unordinary here due to regular exercise before work, although lower heart rate is expected due to the amount of exercise he does. I recommend that we increase the intensity of his training by having an RPE of 16 for 5 times a week, and then increase this to 17 after 2 weeks to allow the correct adaptations to occur whilst doing his 3-mile run. Blood pressure. His systolic blood pressure was 132 and his diastole was 85. This was due to a stressful job in London. As shown in the blood pressure, he has pre-hypertension. There's no need for a referral here. Neither should we pass on to medical professional. But we can reduce this by downloading an app such as Headspace, which is an app which is designed to make you feel more relaxed about everything that causes you to feel stressed. Another good way to reduce stress is you could create a diary of all the objectives you need to do each day, as it will help you stay organised and keep you on top of chores, and will hopefully mean that you won't have to stress. Meditation is another inexpensive method to stop or reduce stress. You can find meditation videos on YouTube which you can do independently. BMI. His BMI was 17.4, which is mild thinness as a result of his regular daily 3-mile run and completed marathon last year. He has a body type, somatotype of an ectomorph structure, so his body is more efficient at running long distances, which contradicts his goal, which to build muscle mass. But to increase BMI, lift heavy weights approximately at 80 to 90% of your 1 rep max for 4 to 6 reps. Can you continue to do this for 5 weeks at 5 sets, and retest yourself on the free weights for your 1 rep max to reassess and make sure you acquire the correct adaptations of muscle mass. Lung function is 520. It is currently above the average in comparison to the normative data. He has about 8 centimeters above his norm and peaking at 179 centimeters in height, so he is above average for his height. To maintain his peak flow of the internal intercostals and pursue his goal of increasing muscle mass, he should use the principle of variation to ensure he sticks to the training plan, and use different continuous exercises like rowing 5 times a week for 40 minutes at a time, and working different muscle groups to build muscle mass, which is in line with his goal. Waist to hip ratio, it was 84, 0.84, which is excellent and is less likely to get chronic heart disease and less risk of heart attack. Although this does not take into account muscle mass, so to ensure his nutritional intake is in the balance with his calorie expenditure whilst exercising, he should be aiming for 3,000 calories because of his daily exercise. To reach this, I suggest you decrease the amount of sugary cereal bars and concentrate to have at least 3 solid meals a day. Focusing on 55% carbohydrates to ensure that there's enough energy for active transport when exercising, and approximately 15% protein for muscles to repair and recover from exercise and training sessions, and there should be no more than 30% fats. This will help with providing energy to his body. So what should he do? His goals are, he wishes to gain muscle mass and suggests he wanted to complete another marathon next year. I recommend that he should use a macro cycle to concentrate on a long-term goal like a marathon next year, but break down the training into mesocycles. This will make him feel more motivated and make him complete more training sessions. To improve on muscle mass, break down the goals into microcycles to enable you to focus on specific movements, like the bench press, to gain more muscle mass in the pectoralis major. His physical activity, there's no problem there. He exercises regularly by running full work, which will increase his VO2 max by around 15% compared to average folks. It's hard to increase this due to his time constraints within work, but I recommend he should increase the intensity work at your training sessions by working at RPE or 14 with team sports to reap the benefits of exercise and ensure the adaptations that occur. Nutrition, a balanced diet is needed and should provide the correct amount of nutrients to supply the body without excess deficiency. He has no breakfast. And just snacks on cereal bars throughout the whole day, which is just keeping him going, but not really filling him up. So we need to introduce some more fibre into his diet. We should introduce breakfast into the diet and have a regular planned meals to ensure that he's taking enough calories so that energy can be provided during the training sessions. We should double this if he wishes to increase muscle mass and need enough energy to fuel training. Lifestyle, he spends a lot of time at a desk and commuting to London, so it's difficult to administer solutions to combat this. He doesn't have many friends at the moment, so may be demotivating to constantly run on his own. He binge drinks at the weekend, although he doesn't smoke, and this is shown in his running as it's not affected. To combat running on his own and to keep him interested in running, I suggest that he joins a running club to increase his mental stability and increase motivation to continue to train whilst making friends. I also suggest that he reduces the number of cups of coffee he has per day from 3 to a maximum of 2 and replace it with water, as dehydration can lead to increased blood viscosity and therefore higher blood pressure. Physical health, there are no current injuries to worry about. physical health is above average for his age, although he should be wary of his blood pressure, because it should be reduced if he follows these instructions.